can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner's side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. Shifts by him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Mike. 59. We gotta get to the ball, G. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014, and remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate him and really say thanks because He threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the 49ers first down. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Down 80! Mike is 59, Mike is 59. You ain't going nowhere. Check 37. Middle. Hey, hold. 59.
Allen. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 21. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big...
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A first down carry now for Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He's coming. He's got double up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Push him back. 52's the mark.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is taken at the 18. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hustle up now.
Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up.
Strong.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On 1st down, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Kyler Fackrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Fitzpatrick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play, and it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy, so that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a first down as well. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Allen now on first down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, it's Allen. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To the air, Allen. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You got nothing to win.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Isaiah Wynn with a penalty. The former first-round pick back in 2018. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
319! I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, wide open receiver, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards the pickup there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And again, it's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in high. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it first and 10. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on 2nd and 13, Fitzpatrick. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Fournette. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now at a 3rd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. And here's Allen operating from the gun. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Justin Houston has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Miller. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, color.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick found his target. It's Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a 1st down. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Fitzpatrick. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
To throw, Fitzpatrick. And Tate's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Fitzpatrick again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Fitzpatrick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Cortland Sutton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Devon Kennard, his 2nd sack of the night. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. 27 yards there, a 1st down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Silent, 64, weak.
On 2nd and 12, Allen completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Allen. Screenplay, Johnson. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
59. Check, 59. Hey, let's get this.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Double tight. 4 down.
Now Leonard Fournette. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a... Very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He wasn't ready.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
59. Hey, they're scared.
Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's go, Mike. 20. No chance.
Lamar Miller. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5.